I'd like to tell you a beautiful story, which is a true story, which demonstrates the incredible effectiveness of prayer. This happened 6 years ago in Brindaban. There was a very old widow, and she was abandoned by her family. She was living on the side of the street, the road, and she was very ill because she had a terrible tumor on her back, which emanated a terrible odor, so nobody would come near her. She was in pain, alone, hungry, and she prayed to Lord Krishna to help her, to make her circumstances better. An amazing thing happened then. A young man in an orange robe came to her and said, "Why don't you go to the guest home of Yogananda?" And she said, "I don't even know where it is. And I am ill. I can't even walk. I can't move." This young man called a rickshaw, a motorcycle rickshaw, and he lifted her up and put her on the seat of the rickshaw. And she asked the young man to take her to the Yogananda guest home where she could be helped. The people there welcomed her, they fed her, they washed her, they gave her new clothing. And because she was ill, they took her to the Ramakrishna hospital to be cured. She was healed, and then she returned to the guest home. And she was perfectly well. After a week or so, she saw a copy of autobiography on a table, and she ran to the director, who was very kind to her, and she said, "Look at this photo. This is the man who helped me, who saved me. He was so compassionate. He lifted me from the dust. He sent me to you. It was he." And the director said, "But this is the master, Paramhansa Yogananda. And he is definitely an incarnation of love. But he passed away in 1952. He cannot have helped you. It's not possible." And she said, "No, director, no. I will never forget those eyes so filled with light. His radiant voice, his radiant face. It was he." And the director had to accept this and said, "The ways of the infinite are inexplicable to humans." He understood this was a true miracle. This is a beautiful story because when we are able to pray and open our consciousness, we will see how much love God gives us. It fills us with peace and comfort. You could ask yourself, how can I pray? We need to pray with faith. When there's faith in your heart, you open yourself to the light. And the thought might come, I want to connect and communicate with this greater reality who is conscious of me and who loves me. Yogananda wrote a beautiful thought. The Lord is always whispering in your soul. You believe that he is long away, far away. Maybe you don't think he's responding to your prayers, but it's not true. He loves you. It is you who need to invite him into the temple of your heart. When you do this, you will realize he has always been there, and he is waiting to welcome us to his light. So let's follow his suggestion to go into our hearts and welcome him.